Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's case I'm going to be talking to you about is a missing person called Sebastian Rogers. So his dad asked the world for help in finding his son on a Wednesday after over a month of searching for him all around Tennessee. The 15-year-old, who is autistic, had disappeared overnight on the 25th of February, and this was with no sign of him since. Quote, I am asking the world to help me find my son, Seth Rogers told WKRN. I need my son back. The father has been out looking for his autistic son most days and was one of those who asked the non-profit organisation, the United Cajun Navy, in to help. Meanwhile, Sebastian's mother, Katie Proudfoot, and her husband, Chris Proudfoot, were criticised for leaving their family home in Hendersonville while the boy remains missing. They say one of the reasons for leaving is the number of threats to their safety by members of the public. Meanwhile, authorities revealed on Tuesday that at least 10,000 miles had been logged by those searching for the teenager, with the Amber Alert that is still in effect. The 15-year-old vanished from his home in Tennessee on 26th of February. Missing Sebastian Rogers' mother believes someone has her son. Investigators say they have seen no sign of Sebastian. The father says Sebastian's torch keychain is missing. Sebastian's dad said he is open for an Easter miracle. At 13:24, Dan Gooden, in a new interview on Thursday, Seth Rogers said that he was hoping for an Easter miracle as the search for his son reaches 5 long weeks. Wearing a t-shirt with Sebastian's face on, Mr. Rogers described himself as walking handout for the missing persons poster. He was asked by Fox 17 reporter Caitlin Miller what kept him out searching each day. Quote, being a dad, he said, having perseverance, wanting him to come home, wanting to watch him finishing growing up. Sebastian's mother defends leaving the area after son's disappearance. Miss Proudfoot drove 3 hours away from her home to meet up with her husband and Sebastian's stepfather, Chris Proudfoot, but it is to do with being received threatening and hateful messages from strangers. Quote, we are posting flyers every direction we can, she told Fox and the Friends on Thursday morning. But at the same time, there were quite a bit of people that were sending some very threatening and hateful messages towards us. They're following us. They're driving past our house at all hours of the day or night, disturbing the neighbourhood, and the neighbourhood is very upset and concerned. They're worried about their safety at this point. Miss Proudfoot added that she felt that leaving the neighbourhood would help calm things down. Sebastian's home was searched at least 10 times. Thursday, 28th of March 2024 at 21:45. Mike Bedigan, the story so far, frantic searches and emotional interviews. Thursday, 28th of March 2024 at 2100. Mike Bedigan, from a pond that's being drained to a reward for information and a mother's tearful interview. The search for Sebastian has now passed the 1-month mark. Here is a rundown of the story so far. So we have Monday the 26th of February, the endangered child alert was issued. On the 25th of March, parents speak in a new interview in 2 separate interviews on Monday. Sebastian's parents answered questions about the search for him, with his mother saying that she had cried on and off for a month. Katie Proudfoot and her husband Sebastian's stepfather, Chris Proudfoot, appeared on A Crime Story with Nancy Grace, in which the host grilled them on their whereabouts the night that the teen had vanished. Miss Proudfoot said she was convinced someone must have her son, as there had been no trace of him so far. Meanwhile, Seth Rogers, Sebastian's father, had said that there's an endangered child alert was issued at approximately 11:17 a.m. by the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, which is the TBI, on behalf of the Sumner County Sheriff's Office. In the alert, investigators said Sebastian was last seen earlier that day near Stafford Court in Hendersonville, adding that he was wearing a black sweatshirt, black sweatpants, and glasses. Sumner County Emergency Management Agency, the EMA director Ken Widener, said over 200 people had been dispatched to search for the missing teenager, including multiple K-9 teams that mounted units, helicopter crews, and drones. The search team covered a nearly 5-mile radius. I can't recall off the top of my head when the last search like this was, Chief Deputy Eric Craddock with the Sumner County Sheriff's Offices told News 2. Obviously, this one is exponentially more important, being a child who does have autism. Tuesday, 27th of February, Amber Alert goes out. On 27th of February, the TBI announced that the endangered child alert had been elevated. And this is to do with the Amber Alert that was based on additional investigative information that developed during the search. A Amber Alert is issued when there is reasonable belief by law enforcement that an abduction has occurred and the child is imminent danger of serious bodily injury or death, according to the DOJ. Meanwhile, dozens of agencies continued searching for Sebastian and began employing unique tactics such as blasting his favourite song, Eye of the Tiger, while searching in different areas to try to call him out. The Sumner County Sheriff's Office said at a press conference later that day, authorities urged local residents to check their surveillance cameras and to report any possible information that could help lead to Sebastian's whereabouts. Thursday, 29th of February, pond drained but nothing was found. As the search entered its 4th day, officials revealed that they had received several tips amid calls for people to check their surveillance cameras, but none was confirmed of any sightings of Sebastian. There was the Emergency Management Agency, and this was of Director Ken Widener, added that the search and rescue dogs had not been able to pick up any scent. Investigators also drained a pond to the east of Sebastian's home and found nothing. Saturday, the 2nd of March, the reward issue for some information. The Sheriff's Office told News 2 that an anonymous group of business owners in the Nashville area had pledged a cash reward for $3,000 for information that may lead to find the missing teen. The reward has later been released as of $3,500. That was the following day. Monday, the 4th of March, search scaled back, the parents speak out. After a week of searching, authorities announced that they were scaling back the ground search for Sebastian and transitioning to an investigation. Quote, "It does not diminish our commitment to finding Sebastian," Mr. Craddock said during a press conference. "This is simply us transitioning from the ground search to the investigative side," he added, and there were no leads and no details that indicate that Sebastian is not alive. On the same day, Sebastian's mother spoke to the media for the first time about their child's disappearance, telling the WSMV4, "I just want my baby to be okay. I wouldn't wish this on anyone," she said. Sebastian's stepfather, Chris Proudfoot, said that the family had been on one constant roller coaster ride of helplessness and hopelessness since Sebastian had vanished. The couple has received backlash for not speaking out earlier, to which they said they shouldn't be judged because no one knows what they're actually going through. Quote, "You don't know, and I don't wish you to ever know," they said. "I just be kind to people. It's just that simple." Thursday, 7th of March, the landfill in Kentucky searched. Investigators announced that the search had moved to a landfill in White Plains, Kentucky, where there was trash that was taken from Sebastian. neighbourhood in the beach area. Officials called the search of the landfill a precautionary measure to eliminate possible options and questions, and said that there is no specific information indicating evidence related to the search for Sebastian was ever there. The search concluded that evening, with authorities later stating that it did not provide any additional clues as to what happened to Sebastian. Quote, "While we had hoped for a different outcome, our commitment to finding Sebastian remains unwavering." Sumner County Sheriff Sonny Weatherford said, "We will continue to explore all available avenues and resources to bring closure to this case and provide answers to Sebastian's family and loved ones." Sunday, the 10th of March, stepfather reveals fear for Sebastian. In an interview with the WTVF, Sebastian's father, Seth Rogers, revealed his fears for his stepson, saying that he was not one to wander off, and due to experience as a young boy, would never go far, especially without any shoes on. Quote, "He decided he wanted to step into a mound of what he thought was dirt. It was fire ants, and since then he does not like to get his feet in the dirt. He likes to have his shoes and socks on," he said of Sebastian's childhood experience. In order for him to do something that is out of the normal, something would have had to happen that he felt like he just couldn't deal with it anymore, he added. During the interview, he also revealed that a search dog had traced Sebastian's scent to a construction site, but it turned out to be very false alarm. Quote, "One dog tracked him to a construction area over there and it just disappeared and is confusing. There are missing pieces to the puzzle and I'm having difficulty solving this," he said. Mr. Rogers added that it makes absolutely no sense that there has been no trace of him anywhere. "I'm hoping that he is still alive," the father said. "That is my main hope right now." Thursday, 14th of March, video shows activity outside of the family home. Home security video obtained by WTVF showed two specks of light outside the family's home, and this is in Hendersonville neighborhood, around 3:10 a.m. in the middle of the night when the teenager went missing. Sumner County Sheriff Chief Deputy Eric Craddock told the news outlet that there are several clips that have come to the investigators after reviewing for more clues. One clip shows a pitch-black Stafford Court neighborhood with two lights that appear to be people with flashlights moving towards each other before moving off screen. 23rd of March, new resources joined the search. The United Cajun Navy announced at a briefing in Nashville that they are joining the search effort. The volunteer-run organization, which assists with natural disaster recovery and missing persons, it said that they were sending a team along with a K9 unit to try to find Sebastian. Okay then, so that is everything I could find online to do with this case. So I decided to do a tarot card reading. So these are alleged for entertainment purposes only. So the first question I asked is, what happened to Sebastian Rogers? And the first card that came out was Reverse 7 of Cups. So there were some poor choices, options, and having a sense of a reality check. Reverse 8 of Pentacles. There was something that was repetitive and feelings of being bored. 10 of Swords. There was an enemy and hitting rock bottom, ending in a possible stab in the back. Tower. There was something that happened that was unexpected, that was involved in abuse or violence, pain and being confused. Lovers. There was a couple or a relationship involvement. Reverse 10 of Cups. There was an unhappy home and a possible dysfunctional family. Reverse Knight of Wands. Either Sebastian or someone else was very arrogant, reckless, a daredevil, or highly confident. Who was involved? So I had the name of Kent, and also I had Runaway that come through. So we had Reverse Emperor. So there was an older male who abused his power out of control, could be an absent father figure of some kind. Hermit, there was some soul searching in solitude and contemplating on something. King of Swords, so there was a male who was seeking the truth, being very logical, has a sense of authority, and had a lot of communication in some way. Reverse King of Pentacles, there was a male who was very corrupt, involved in a possible extortion. Where is Sebastian? Eight of Wands, so there is hastiness, travel, and a sudden action. Reverse Five of Wands, there was an end to a struggle and a conflict. Hierophant, there is a possible group, tradition, religion, or institution. Three of Wands, there's a travel to a foreign land and having some sense of self-confidence. Reverse High Priestess, there's manipulation and trickery. Ten of Wands, there was a lot of burdens, stress, struggle, and restriction. Temperance, there's peace, calmness, and possibly being near water. What is the final outcome to be? So we had Ace of Cups. So there is a new beginning and a celebration. Five of Swords, there is a sense of defeat, surrender, walking away, and lacking in communication. Reverse Empress, so there is a female that is very negligent or overbearing. Three of Pentacles, there's to be some teamwork and having a lot of determination. Page of Cups, there is to be some happy news, possibly something to do with a crush or an admirer. Page of Wands, there is to be good news, a letter or phone call or word of mouth. Reverse Page of Swords, there is to be some defensiveness, lack of plans or ideas. Okay, what is very, very specific in the area, and this is what I used my tea leaf reading cards. So what came to me was something green that is very specific. So these can be signs, symbols, names of places or people, or something that's very specific in the area. So we have a letter O, oak leaves, octopus, ostrich, owl, gambling place, knots and tangles, letter G, gallows, goat, gun, letter N, nail, needle, necklace, nose, letter H, heart, horseshoe, hourglass, house, alligator, bear, bee, buffalo. Astrological symbols, letter A, apple, arch, arrow, aeroplane. Letter R, rabbit, rainbow, raindrops or teardrops. Rat, incomplete circle. Animals, letter J, jug, jewels. Letter T, a table, children, teddy bear, tent, teapot, and a chair or seating area. Letter C, chains, church, clouds, clover, and an interfering person. Okay, so I did do a mediumship on this case, and this is everything that came out for me during this mediumship. So there was something to do with an old tree. Then we had orchard. Then I seen a park with children. Then I seen a sunny day. So met up with a male that was 50 plus with long hair, had a moustache, scruffy look to him. Then I seen a bird's eye view of a street with a lot of houses, possibly with a greenery in front. Like I did mention, something to do with green, so this could be a place that has got a lot of greenery there. In a house with a male, there's a lot of trees, possibly a shortcut through there. Then I had spirit saying deer in the headlights, because I seen the back of Sebastian, like he's walking in the middle of the roads, and then there was headlights that was being shone onto the back of him from a car or vehicle. Then I seen a little pathway which is greenery on the left side, and then there were trees, bushes on the right side, with a house that is up in front. This house is on its own, and this is on the left hand side. Then the spirits was mentioning there was a lot of effects of something. Then there was trees with a pile of rubbish in front of it, or burnt pile on the right side. Then there's mentions about pool, like a pool of something. Then lost glasses, couldn't function tidy. There's mentions about blueberries, something about slick, a cupboard, had the name of Klein. And then I had someone come through mentioning Clever George. Then there was a girl that was aged between 14 to 19 years of age. So I feel like these people might be very spiritual. It mentions about someone having respiratory issues. There was a name of Ange that come through. There was a big secluded area. Mentions of a rolled up tape, a canyon, servitude. Something or someone was being very inappropriate. Something to do with the undercurrent. Then there was holding hands through trees, and then there's mentions of being discovered. Someone that is in a cloak that is walking through the woods. Then there was a hungry guy that was scoffing food down him. Then in the middle of nowhere but greenery and trees, being lured, being tempted. Then there is a big secluded land again. There's possible dirt tracks. Then there was another male with short hair and a moustache that was age range between 40 and upwards. So that is everything I could get through the tarot cards, everything I can get from my mediumship, everything that I get online. So I'm going to be showing you some images that come through on the Ghost Tube app that I asked some questions, and I will show you now what came through. Like a male shadowy figure that is standing in the hallway of a home. To me it looked like a ritualistic type of symbol. I don't know if you can see it. It's like a ritualistic type of symbol to me. An adult and 2 children is the next one. To me it looks like there's a lot of street lights and a street that is being shown here. That is very significant. There's a lot of lights. So maybe this is where I said, like, you know, like a deer in the headlights, so to speak. Then we had another image which is showing like a greenery, and it looks like they're trying to show like a face. So it looks look like it's trying to show someone's face, because around here it looks like a moustache or a beard. These look a bit like eyes, and this look like the nose, and this look like hair. So I feel like they're trying to show that this is some person. Piano in. So there's like a big old-fashioned type of piano that's being shown. And then we have a house with the lightning strike, and then there's trees around it. So I really feel like this is the house that I seen during my mediumship, that was on, like I said, like the left hand side of me during the mediumship. So I feel like, because this house is the one that is on its own and is surrounded by trees, so I feel like this is a house that's in a secluded type of area. Then we had an image of people that look like they're in old-fashioned clothes and like a bit like cloaks, like I mentioned. So it's hard to see, but it is like a good couple of people that is being like shown, like dressed up in like old-fashioned type of clothing. The next image I seen is a fence with some children that is behind the fence. So this seems a little bit alarming. So maybe this place is taking children and keeping them hostage, maybe, or this people have a lot of children. So like when I mentioned good job, George. I think I said something like that. Or clever George. Maybe this is one of the children that he may be around during this place or wherever he is. So I feel like there's a lot of people there. There's a lot of children. There's a lot of possibly adults that is around this place where he may be at. Then the next image is I asked who is Sebastian around, or who is this male that he may have encountered, and they showed me a description of this man. So this is a man that has a moustache, he has a hat, he has something wrong with his, if I was to put it this way, it would be this eye, which is my left eye, but if he was looking at me, it'd be on the right eye. So I'd feel personally it would be on his left eye. If there was anything wrong with this person, it'd be on the one eye. So this person may have a nickname about his one eye. But yeah, this is one of the people that he had encountered or may have come to him on the night he disappeared. The next image was of like a sea monster or a river monster. So this place where he may be near could have a river or a sea that has some nickname to, like a monster. Like some people have got this place where it's like called the Loch Ness monster type thing. So maybe the place is somewhere like that has like a type of monstrous name or a nickname, or had some strange sightings near this river. So this is an image that came through. So this is like a sea creature and like some water. I asked who is the male that may have entered his house or he may have encountered on the night he disappeared. So they also showed another man that may potentially be the same man that showed earlier. But this man is like holding on to his ear, that he has like a beard and a moustache. So he could be really old, like late 40s, 50s, that he may be with. So the next image that came up was basically either a fence or like a jail or somewhere that has a lot of bars, people that is in blue or got away blue clothing and they've been tied up. So that is the image that came up. Like I did say, and I did show you, there was some children that was behind some type of fence. So maybe they have been withheld by these people that may have took him. So like I said, these are alleged. I'm not saying it's actually accurate, but I do have to say that there has been a lot of ghost tube sessions I've used on mostly some of my cases, and have been pretty accurate. So yeah, so we just have to put that to one side. So the next image was shown was like a lot of materials that was covered in blood for significance here. So I don't know if there's a body that's wrapped up in something, or there's just like a lot of blood that have been put on a lot of materials. Okay then, so I'm going to be doing a necrophonic app just to see what comes out. So yeah, let's dive in. Okay, angels, guides, spirit guides, archangels, the divine white light, please come forward to help ground and protect me during this investigation session. Please can you come forward to help me with any communication that is regarding to Sebastian Rogers that have gone missing just over a month now. So Sebastian Rogers is age 15, who is a autistic young boy. He disappeared overnight on 25th of February with no signs of him. Can you tell us what happened to him for him to disappear, please? What happened to Sebastian? Did Sebastian Rogers leave his house on his own accord? Did someone enter Sebastian's house to get him? How many people are involved in the disappearance of Sebastian Rogers? Is Sebastian Rogers alive? Where is Sebastian Rogers located now? What's happening to Sebastian Rogers? Does Sebastian Rogers' family have any involvements to do with his disappearance? Does Sebastian Rogers' family know who Sebastian Rogers is with? What is the main reason for Sebastian Rogers to disappear like he did? Did Sebastian Rogers get lured from his home? Why did Sebastian Rogers leave his house? Does Sebastian Rogers know who came to his house the night he went and disappeared? On the night that Sebastian Rogers had went missing, there had been seen on CCTV images or the video of two lights that was outside the property. Was that people that was encountering Sebastian? Is Sebastian being withheld in someone's property? Is Sebastian in a secluded area? Can you tell me where Sebastian is near? Can you give clear answers as to what happened to Sebastian and any other information that is very specific, very important, that the police need to know to find Sebastian Rogers? What do you need to tell Sebastian's family and his parents that's very important? Okay, is there any last information and words you'd like to say now before we close this session that is very important regarding what happened to Sebastian? Did he leave his house on his own accord? Did people enter his house to get him? What happened? Can you clarify what actually happened? Thank you for your information. Okay then everyone, so that is the case of Sebastian Rogers. If there is anything that you can hear during this session, please comment in the comment section below. Let's hope that the police and the law and the justice system find Sebastian alive, happy, healthy. Okay then everyone, until next time, take care, bye bye.